and standard forms. The next concept is canonical and standard forms. Now, what are canonical and standard forms? How we are getting these canonical form, or we can call it as a standard forms. Now, uh, Boolean algebra. In Boolean algebra, we are having Boolean variables. In Boolean algebra, we are having every variable. We are treating it as a Boolean variable. Why? Because whenever we are discussing in the context of Boolean algebra, whenever we are discussing in the context of Boolean algebra, now if you have in the given expression all the variables, we are considering it as Boolean variables. All the variables we are considering it as Boolean variables. Now every Boolean variable, let us suppose every Boolean variable, whether it is small a, capital A, variable name may be anything. Every Boolean variable having two forms, two kinds of forms. One is its normal form, the second one is its complemented form. Okay, every Boolean variable is having two types of forms, but one is its normal form, the second one is its complemented form. Now here how we are defining these canonical and standard forms, nothing we are doing. We are considering two Boolean variables. We are considering two Boolean variables, and among those two Boolean variables, now what I am performing in order to get the minterms, I am applying the AND operation between both in those variables. In order to get the minterms, I am applying AND operation between these two variables. Now you are saying that, I am saying that there are two variables. Whenever I am considering two variables, we have four combinations. We know what are those four combinations. Now among these two variables, what I am doing, I am applying the AND operation. Between these two variables. Now whatever the result I am getting, these result I am considering it as min term. These result we are considering it as min term. Now, one more important point we have to remember here whenever we are finding the min terms. Now, in min terms, 0 we are taking it as prime. Prime means the complement form. 0 we are considering it as prime, and 1 we are considering it as unprime. That means 0 means complement form, 1 means uncomplemented form. The same thing I am writing it as prime as well as unprime. Whenever you are writing min terms, this point you should remember: 0 always you should consider it as a prime or the complement form. 1 you should consider it as uncomplemented form, or its normal form. Okay, in that way, if we apply among these two variables, if I apply AND operation, if I apply the binary operation AND operation, the result what I am going to get, is the min terms. In the same way, if I consider the same two binary variables, if I apply OR operation, among those two variables, now the result what I am getting, here, the result I am considering it as max terms. Okay, if you are applying AND operation among those two binary variables, the result what I am getting is min terms. If you are applying OR operation, the result what you are getting is the max terms. Okay, the result we are considering it as max terms. Now in max terms, okay, here whenever we are finding the min terms, 0 we are considering it as prime, and 1 we are considering it as unprime. Coming to whenever we are finding uh, max terms, 0 we are considering it as unprime, and 1 we are considering it as prime. 0 means unprime. That means 0 in max terms it treats as its normal variable. 1 in max terms it will treat as it is the variable in its complemented form. Okay, 1 we are considering it as a prime whenever we are finding the max terms, and 0 we are considering it as unprime. That means it is the variable normal form, the variable complemented form whenever you are finding the max terms. Now how we are getting the max terms? Simply among those two variables we are applying the OR operation. We are applying the OR operation. Okay, these forms, these two things, we are calling it as canonical or standard forms. Canonical forms are standard forms. Everyone, what I'm saying is these points are clear to you. Simple thing only. If I apply AND operation, I am getting the min terms. If I apply OR operation, I am getting the max terms. Is these points are clear to each and everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you have running notes with you, please write down, make a heading as canonical and standard forms. Write a heading as after canonical and standard forms. Write a heading as min terms. Put a heading as min terms. Put a heading as min terms. A binary variable may appear in its normal form in min terms. Write down in min terms. A binary variable may appear in its normal form. A binary variable may appear in its normal form. May appear in its normal form. Normal form. Normal form. There you can take some example binary variable, any variable, and you should consider it as normal. Suppose if you have taken example variable as a, normal form means we are considering it as small a or capital A. If you have considered capital A, capital A. Now, or its complement form, or its complement form, or its complement form, or its complement form, or its complement form. How we are representing its complement form? A dash
A
or
dash.
A dash or small a dash or capital A dash. Whatever the variable you have taken, you can take the complement form of that particular variable. A dash or X dash, P dash, anything, whatever the variable you have taken. Now, full stop. Now consider two binary variables A and B. Now consider two binary variables. Now consider two binary variables A and B. Now consider two binary variables A and B. Combined with AND operation. Combined with AND operation. Combined with AND operation. Combined with AND operations. Combined with AND operation. Combined with AND operation. Combined with AND operation. The result what we are getting is min terms. The result what we are getting is min terms.
So once again, AND operation after, sir.
AND operation, the result what we are getting, if we perform AND operation between both those variables, the result what we are getting is min terms. Sorry, getting our min terms. The result. Why? Because we are not getting a single result. If we consider two variables, there are four combinations. We are getting, in that case, we are getting four min terms. Okay. The result what we are getting are min terms. The result what we are getting are min terms. The result what we are getting are min terms. Continuation, next full stop. Since each variable may be appear in either form, since each variable may appear in either forms. Either forms means normal form as well as complemented form. Since each variable may be appeared in either form, either form There are four possible combinations. 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 Now you can note down this table. The table what I am showing in my screen. See here, minterms table. Okay. If I consider two binary variables, now we have four different combinations. Okay, if we consider both normal form as well as the complement form of both the variables, we have four combinations. These are the four combinations, and the result. Now what I am doing in between these two variables, I am performing AND operation. Now the result what you are getting, these are the minterms. These are the minterms, and minterms we are representing by using small m. Minterms we are representing by using small m, and this is minterm 0. This is minterm 0. This is minterm 1. Please note down this table. Minterms we are representing by using small m. Minterms we are representing by using small m. Minterm 0, minterm 1, minterm 2, and minterm 3. These are the three minterms. If we consider two variables, minterm 3. Now see one more point. Here you have to remember, you don't forgot that point. The order won't change. Why? Because if you change this order, the combination order, if you change the combination order, then definitely your minterms will change. Why? Because these, whatever the minterms I am representing.
950.
Please mute. Please mute. Someone unmuted. Please mute your. Okay. Please mute your audio. Now whenever you are changing these combinations position, whenever the order must be important. This order is important. Why? Because here see, always this minterm 0 0 minterm, I am considering it as minterm 0, small m of 0. Okay, these small m 0, small m1, m1, m2, m3, these minterms play very important role. Why? Because next time onwards, whenever we are doing the problems, okay, there is one more concept is there, that is sum of products as well as product of sums, that we are going to learn in today's session only. Now there, we are not representing the complete minterm. There is a one shortcut notation. In that shortcut notation, whenever I want to represent a minterm, I am representing only these numbers m0, m1, m2, m3, like that. I can represent only these terms. If you change the order, okay, don't change the order. Why? Because we already know, if I consider two binary variables, two binary numbers, what are the four combinations I am getting? Now these are the four combinations I am getting. This we should consider it as m0, m1, m2, m3. Am I clear to everyone? It is clear to each and everyone.
Sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
at below this table only, what you have to do is consider a three variable and find out the min terms. So m0 to m7. No need to write all the theory what we have written. Simply, if I consider three variables, if I consider three binary variables, and if I perform AND operation between those three variables, now how many min terms you are going to get, you can note down as a tabular format, how we have shown here. You can note down. Okay, you can note down below this table only. Then you get some clarity, some understanding what how we can write min terms. Okay, please consider three variables. Am I clear, everyone? Do it now. Please consider three variables and tell me the min terms. Please write down the table, the min terms table what I have shown. Here is a two variable. In your notebook, you have to write down your own three variables by considering three variables. By considering three variables. Completed? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now, I can call randomly. Okay. Roll number 69. What is the max term 5? M5. Tell me the max term 5. M5.
A B dash C, sir.
A,
D dash C.
D, B dash.
C.
Is it correct? A, B dash, C. Is it correct? A, B dash, C. Is it correct? Why you are taking that much of time?
Yes, sir.
101 only. 101 only.
101.
Why you are taking that much? This is correct only. Okay. Now, roll number 89. Roll number 89. Roll number 89. Roll number 89. Are you there? Roll number 89. Are you there in the session? Tell me min term 7, M7.
Sir, I joined lately, sir, so I can't understand.
When you have joined?
I joined at 10:20, sir.
Okay. Roll number 99. Roll number 99. What is min term 7? Roll number 99. Roll number 99. Are you there in the session? Roll number 99. A9. Roll number A9. Roll number A9. Are you there in the session? Why is these people are not responding? Are you there in the session or you are not there in the, I can't see your roll numbers.
Sir, sir.
What?
You called A9, no, sir.
Yeah. You are
Network
A9.
lost, sir. So late.
You lost the network. Okay, okay. Okay. Why unnecessary wasting our time? Okay. M7 is ABC. Okay. Am I correct? M7 is ABC only.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now moving to the match term. Okay. Write down the same description what we have written. In place of AND operation, which operation we need to write?
Or operation.
Write down the complete para what you have written above. For min terms, here you need to change that AND operation as OR operation.
A9 का बुलाता है तो होना का कुछ बैक कर को बैक करी में वॉइस सुन पड़ता नहीं कुछ अंदर जा
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't know some Meherunisha Begum. Okay. I hope that is you only. I don't know your number. Please mute your side. Why? Because we can hear your voice, what you are talking in the home. Okay, please mute yourself. Okay. Am I clear? A9 or I don't know what is your roll number. Meherunisha Begum. Please mute yourself. Okay, we can hear what you are talking. Okay, now please write down the remaining people. You can write down every sentence what we have written except in place of AND operation we are performing OR operation. Okay, write down. Completed? Completed, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you completed,
Yes, sir.
write down these max terms also. Now, here some more points we have to remember. Now, max terms we are representing by using capital M. The max terms we are representing by using capital M. This is my M0, M1 in the same way, M0, M1, M2 and M3. Max terms we are representing by using capital M, M0, M1, M2 and M3. Now see here, what is the difference between min terms and max terms? Now in max terms, we are performing OR operation. That is the reason you can see here, we are placing the binary operator OR. The binary operator OR. In the same way, in max terms, 0 we are considering it as unprime. 0 we are considering it as unprime. And 1 we are considering it as prime. 1 we are considering it as prime. 1 we are considering it as prime. That is the reason if it is a 0, 0. Now see the max term a plus b. I am not writing any complement form of a variable as well as b variable. I am considering these two as normal variables a plus b. When I get this combination 1 1 combination, there 1 is a prime. 1 is a prime. That is the reason I am considering it as a dash plus b dash. I hope you are understanding what I am saying. Okay, these 4 terms we are calling it as max terms. Okay, I hope you have written everything what I said previously. Now, the next concept is SOP. Okay, the next concept is SOP. Everyone, have you completed what I said? The max terms as well as min
Completed.
terms, canonical standard forms.
Yes,
I
sir.
am not giving any example related to 3 variables. If you have time, if you have a free time, you can do, you can find out the 3 variables max term also. You can find out 3 variables max term also. Am I clear? Am I clear, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, okay. Now moving to the next concept, that is SOP and POS. SOP and POS. SOP and POS. SOP and POS expression. SOP, comma, POS. Sir, what is this SOP and what is this POS? Can someone, if you know the answer, please unmute and tell me. What is SOP? Why? Because from here onwards, so many times I use. What is this one?
Sum of product of sum.
Very good. SOP means sum of products. SOP means sum of product terms. Okay. We are summing all the product terms. We are summing all the product terms. Whatever the product terms, sum of product terms. Product terms sum are sum of products. Okay. Product terms sum. Product terms sum. Are so many people what they are calling it as directly sum of product. Now, sir, what are the product terms? What are the product terms? Okay. Don't get confused. Why? Because just now we have seen the canonical and standard forms, canonical forms as well as standard forms. Okay. Now, product term, simply product term is a different, and a standard canonical form or standard form is different. Okay. Sir, can you give me some example? Okay, I can give you some example. Now see here. Now, if I consider 2 variables, okay, I am writing one product term. Okay. Now, A, B dash is one product term. Or if you want, you can write it as A dash B dash is another product term. A dash B dash is another product term. Okay, if I consider ABC, 3 variables, if I consider ABC, now What are the product terms? What are the product terms I can write? I am writing some example product terms. A dash, B, C dash. Okay, A dash, B, C dash. This is one product term. And ABC. This is also one of the product term. ABC is another product term. Now, by using same three variables only, I can write the product term as this. Also, I can write it as a product term, AC. AC is also product term. Why? Because this also a product term. But this is not the standard term. This is not the standard, or this is not the canonical product term. This is not in the standard form. This is not in the standard form. This is not in the standard form. Standard form. This AC is not in the standard form. Can someone tell me what you have understood by explaining this point? This AC is not in standard form. This AC is not in standard form. Not in standard form. What you have understood by explaining this point? No, these are, I am calling it as a standard forms or canonical forms, or these are also product terms. Everything is a product term. This is also a product term. But all these product terms are standard forms. All these product terms are standard terms, are canonical standard terms. We can call it as canonical. But this is not a standard term.
They are in alphabetical order.
Not like that. Now, I am saying that it is a product term, but it is not the complete product term. Complete is standard term. Why? Because here in this product term, one literal is missing. One literal is missing. One literal is missing. Which literal is missing? B literal is missing. B is missing. Now, that is the reason this we can call it as a product term, but this is not the complete product term. This is not the complete product term. Now, that B may be presented in a normal form or complement form. That we don't bother. That we don't bother. Whether the B is presented here in its normal form or complement form, we are not bothering. But B is not there. Why? Because if you see this product term, you can understand easily. There, the expression contains three variables. The expression contains three variables. The expression contains minimum of three variables. I don't know about the fourth variable. Why? Because by seeing this AC, I know that definitely B should be there in the given expression. B should be there in the given expression. But B is not presented here. B is not presented here. That we are not considering it as the standard form. Now see here the examples what I have written here. In every term, every product term, all both the variables are presented. Both the variables are presented, whether it's normal form or the complement form. If you take any product term, all the three variables are presented. But here, all the three variables are not presented. This we cannot consider it as a standard form. Am I clear this point?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear this point?
Yes, sir.
Now I can write one example expression. I can write one example expression. Now f of ABC, f of ABC, function of three variables. F of ABC is nothing but function of three variables. I'm directly writing the expression. Okay. Now AC dash plus A dash B plus A dash B dash C dash. A dash B dash C dash. Okay, now I have written one example. The above expression as one example. I have written one expression. Now I can, okay, just wait. This is one expression I have written. Now this expression I can call it as SOP. This expression I can call it as SOP. This expression I can call it as SOP. Sir, why you can call it as SOP? Why you can call it as SOP? Why? Because every term is a product term. Every term is a product term. Every term is a product term. Now what we are performing, all the product terms, we are summing all the product terms. We are summing all the product terms. That is the reason this expression I can call it as SOP. Sum of product terms. Sum of product terms. Sum of products. Sum of products. But I cannot consider this as standard SOP. I cannot consider this as standard SOP. I cannot consider this as a standard SOP. Am I audible to you? What I'm saying? Are you able to understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The above expression we can call it as SOP, but we cannot consider it as a standard SOP. Sir, why we cannot consider this as a standard SOP? Why? Because here, if you see in the first term, one literal is missing. One literal is missing. Which literal is missing?
B.
B is missing. In the second term also, one literal is missing. Which literal is missing? C is missing. But the third contain all the three literals. For the third term, we don't have any problem. But the starting two terms does not having complete form, or they are missing one literal. They are missing one literal. That is the reason. Because of this reason, we cannot consider this as standard SOP. This as standard SOP. Simply, we can consider this as SOP. This as SOP. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear what I'm saying? Am I clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
now how, sir, why we need that standard SOP? Actually, our main intention is to reduce the given logical expression into simplified expression. Sir, for me, it looks like a minimized expression. Sir, why we are concentrating on standard SOP? Why we are concentrating on standard SOP? Why? Because if the expression is in standard form, I can represent that standard form in a simplified notation. If the given expression is standard SOP, I can represent that standard SOP in the shortcut notation as sum of min terms of, like this I can represent. This is the shortcut notation of representing SOP. This is the shortcut representation of representing the SOP. Now, whenever you are representing the given expression in standard SOP or in this form, every term should contain all the three literals. Why? Because clearly I am saying that this sigma is nothing but my summation symbol. Sigma is nothing but my summation symbol. What I am summing? M0 plus M1 plus M3 plus M7 plus M7. Whenever you are saying min term 0, min term 1, min term 3, min term 7, definitely in this case, see here in this case, what is min term 0? A dash plus B, A dash into B dash into C dash. This is my min term 0 plus what is my min term 1? A dash
A dash, B dash.
B dash C.
B
A dash B dash C. What is min term 3? A dash BC.
B.
A dash BC. A dash BC. What is min term 7? ABC. What is min term 7? ABC.
A, B.
Now you see the clear distinction between this expression and this expression. In this expression, every term, every product term contains all the literals that are there in the given function or not. Every term, every product term that is there in the given expression, it contains all the literals that are there in the given function or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If your expression is in this format, then only you can write this shortcut notation. Then only you can write this shortcut SOP notation. If it is in this format, this simply I can call it as SOP. but I cannot call this as standard SOP or complete form of SOP. This I can consider it as canonical form, canonical standard form. This we can call it as canonical standard form. Why? Because here every term is in every term having all the variables that are there in the given function, that are there in the given function. Am I clear? Am I clear what I'm saying? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone. Now that is the distinction that is the difference between SOP and standard SOP. SOP and standard SOP. Okay. Now simply SOP, right? Nothing to write in SOP. SOP means sum of products. SOP means sum of products. In SOP, suppose if you are representing SOP in standard form, if you are representing SOP in standard form, there you are using the symbol sigma. There you are using sigma symbol for summation, and clearly we should use small m only. Why? Because in SOP we are summing all the product terms. How we are representing product terms? By using small m, min term. Min term means small m. Now if it is a POS, now moving to the POS, I hope these points are clear to each and everyone. Now you can understand which one is a complete SOP, which one is not a complete SOP, or which one is a standard form, which one is not in standard form. Now I am considering the second type of expressions are POS expressions. POS expressions. Already someone has given. POS means we have some terms. We have some terms. We have some terms. We have some terms. These some terms we are considering it as max terms. We have max terms, and we are performing product of max terms or product of sums. We are performing product operation of max terms. Okay. Okay, don't get confused. Why? Because some people may get confused. I have written reversely. Okay, if you are not understanding these terms, what I have written, you can write down directly as sum of product of sums. Sum of products. I am repeating, sum of products and product of sums. Product of sums. Okay, always when I am explaining, I am going with the reverse direction. In product of sums, we have some terms. We have some terms, or we have max terms. We have max terms. We are performing product operation of those max terms. And whenever we have SOP, we have min terms. Product terms are nothing but min terms. We have min terms, and we are performing or operation of min terms. Or operation of min terms. Am I clear? I hope now you can understand. Now in POS we are performing product operation. POS we are performing product operation. Now if it is a standard POS, how we are representing? By using a symbol cap pi. Pi is nothing but product symbol, product operation, and we are using a capital M, max term, and in this way you can represent 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 4, 6. Now I am writing the shortcut notation. This is the shortcut notation of POS, complete POS. Now you have to tell me the actual representation. How I can represent this? I can write it as M1 into
M2 into
M2 into M4 into M6. M4 into M6. M1 into M4 into M6. Now tell me the terms. What are the terms? What are the max terms that are there in M1? Okay, what is max term 1?
Plus B plus C dash.
What? Suppose if I now consider XYZ, my function having XYZ variables. XYZ variables.
X plus Y plus Z dash.
X plus Y plus Z dash. Very good, very good. X plus Y plus Z dash. Everyone, are you following what we are writing? What I am writing on my screen? I hope you are understanding. If you are not understanding, let me know. I can clarify your doubts. Please let me know if you are having any doubts. Now tell me what is max term 2?
X plus
X
y
plus
dash
y dash
plus
plus
z.
y dash plus z.
X plus y dash plus z. Very good. X plus y dash plus z. Now what is max term 4?
X dash
X
plus
dash
y plus z.
X dash plus y plus z.
X dash plus y plus z. Y plus z. Very good. Very good. What about the last term,
X
max term
dash
6?
plus y dash
X
plus
dash
z.
plus
y dash
y
plus
dash
z.
plus
X
z.
dash plus y
Y
dash
dash plus
plus
z.
z. Very good. Now whether it is in complete form or incomplete form?
Complete form.
Complete
Complete.
form. Every sum term having all the literals, all the variable, literal or variable, both are same. Every sum term having all the literals, whether it is in complement form or whether it is in uncomplement form, all the literals, all the terms, sum terms having all the literals. Now I am writing some example, okay, which is not in a complete form. Okay, f of xyz, I am writing f of xyz is my function, Boolean function. Now I am writing a incomplete form. X plus y dash into y dash plus z dash into x dash plus z dash. Okay. Now what I have written, it is simply a POS. It is a POS expression. It is a POS expression, but it is not the complete POS expression. POS expression. Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, are you understanding the SOP expression as well as POS expression? When we are writing in the shortcut form, when we are writing like this shortcut form, okay, if you want to write the shortcut in this form, definitely your expression should be in standard form. Then only you can write this as in standard form. Okay, now what you have to do is, I can give you some homework problems. You need to complete those expressions into, I am giving the incomplete form. I am giving the incomplete form. Okay, write down the problem. Okay, these problems, if you have not done, if you are facing any difficulties, I can explain in the next session. Please note down the problems. You need to convert these expressions into standard forms. Okay, now first expression, what you can write down as f of xyz equal to f of xyz equal to xyz plus xy dash plus yz plus xz plus xz. Okay, convert this into standard form. Convert this expression into standard form. I don't know what you have to do. You can do. If you are not getting the solution, tomorrow I want to explain the same problem. Okay, we are going to do the solution. Write down one more expression. F of PQR equal to PQR equal to function of PQR, f of PQR equal to, the expression is P plus Q into Q plus R into P dash plus R. Convert these two problems into convert these two expressions into standard forms. Convert these two expressions into standard forms. These are normal. This is the first one is SOP. The second one is POS expression. You need to make these as canonical forms or standard forms. These two expressions you have to make into standard forms. Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.